Ciao tutti, buongiorno. Are you ready to cook like an Italian? I hope so, because we are going to do a spectacular dish for you and a dessert. We're going to make gnocchi alla Sorrentina, and we're going to do a beautiful ricotta cheesecake. But before we get into cooking, I wanted to share something. For me, when I present a dish, I want a beautiful plate of food, I want a nice bottle of wine, and I want candles. I'm a candle person. I love candles in the kitchen. I love candles around the home. We found these candles and we put them on our kitchen, and everybody went crazy. And I said, we got to track this gal down. So I did. So this is Isabel Baney, and she is the creator of Sonoran Sanctuary Candle Studio. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Jen.
Your heart, your product, the philosophy behind why you're doing this, and just the aromas are mesmerizing.
Thank you.
So first of all, tell us about the candles. Why did you start this?
Well, like you, I'm a candle enthusiast. I have been my whole life, and they're just one of the best sensory experiences you can have.
They are.
Because they bring back really good memories. And so over the years of making or burning other candles and things like that, I just got into my head that I think I can do better. So I gave it a whirl. Just like a lot of people during COVID, I just tried a lot of different things. And I just learned how to make candles on my own, a lot of research, a lot of development.
Well, I was going to say that, you know, naively I'm thinking, oh, anybody can make candles.
That's what I thought.
So Isabel, you said that every detail, every candle, every scent requires a really, really
rigorous testing.
Yeah, exactly. Why is that?
Well, because you want to make sure that the candle isn't burning off black smoke. You want to make sure the flame isn't too hot. You want to make sure it's a clean, burning, safe candle that doesn't give you a headache. Too much perfume.
That's right.
So it's important. I took on the task of sourcing the best ingredients that could produce the cleanest, safest candle, with a beautiful burn from beginning to end. The scent is from beginning to end, strong throughout, but not too strong. So that's what I did, and I produced it in a beautiful package that can go into any home, any environment.
And any room in the home.
Any room in the home.
These are Isabel's kitchen candles. This one is pink grapefruit mint. And I love to have a candle in the kitchen when I'm cooking. You thought about your customer from start to finish, not only what they would enjoy, that it's healthy, that it's soy-based, that there's no chemicals, but also that there's recycled. These neat little mason jars, which you can't find, with measurements on them. When you're done with the candle, you wash it out, and you've got a beautiful 1-cup jar here that you can use. You also have quite a sense of humor, Miss Isabel, because her candle varieties are so spectacular, but my favorite is spring training.
Yes.
So here in Arizona, spring training is huge. Our Cactus League, people from all over the world come to Arizona for spring training. And when you're out there in the grass, you smell cut grass, and the lemon blossoms are in full bloom in Arizona. You have captured that spring training in a jar, and I love it.
It's one of my favorite childhood scents. When I was younger, we would go to athletic events like the ASU track and field or spring training, and it was one of the most amazing scents, and you don't realize it in the moment when it's happening. You just feel really good when you're out there.
Yes.
And then when you smell these scents, it takes you back, it is the most amazing memory scent. And I thought, I have the ability to make all these scents. I want to make something from my childhood memory in Arizona in the special Sonoran Desert.
That is so
So
good.
I put together something called Spring Training.
I love it.
And it's going to be, it's part of our regular line.
I think it's going to be super popular.
Yeah.
And so you've really captured the sense of the desert and the smells and the aromas around the Sonoran Desert, but also these are so universal as well. The last thing I want to ask you is about your heart, because not only did you create a scent that we would love, but you also think about people that aren't lucky enough in this life to have a home as a sanctuary. So you are giving back with these candles. Tell us about that and why that was important to you.
Sure. My philosophy in general throughout my life has been that my home is my sanctuary. And I wanted to brand my beautiful home in the Sonoran Desert because that is where my heart is. So I thought, that would be the perfect name for my candle line, is the Sonoran Sanctuary. As time has gone by, in our Arizona environment, we have seen unhoused population grow and grow and grow. And I thought, I love the idea of a product with purpose.
Yes.
So I
like
thought,
you said,
how
you
can
pour with purpose.
Yeah, I pour with purpose. And so I thought, how can I, envelop all this into a product that can give back? So I'm looking into partnering with organizations that actually help alleviate homelessness and prevent homelessness and the unhoused population. So a percentage of the proceeds will go into these organizations. So
Isabel Baney, you're a treasure here in Arizona. Good luck with the company. We love it so much.
Thank you.
Where can we find your candles right now?
Right now we're online at sonorancandle.com, and that is where you can get any of these candles.
And the melts.
And there's matching wax melts for every single scent here.
Perfect.
So yeah, we ship all over the United States.
Amazing.
Right now.
Thank you so much. I would request that you maybe create a gnocchi candle.
Well, we'll look into that. Okay. I'll come and make it, and I'll get all the guidelines from you. You tell me what it needs to smell like.
In the meantime, I'll go ahead and make gnocchi. You just sit there and you smell it, close your eyes, and see if you can come up with a scent for Italian nonnas.
Perfect.
Okay?
It's a deal.
Elizabeth, or Isabel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you, and we love your candles.
Wonderful.
All right. When we come back, it's gnocchi Sorrentina, and we're going to make a gorgeous, fantastic, and delicious Italian ricotta cake. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cook Like an Italian. Well, as promised, it's gnocchi alla Sorrentina time. Now, I've made homemade gnocchi on our show before, but this gnocchi is a little bit different because you're going to cook your gnocchi in boiling water as you normally would, but then it's going to get baked in the oven for a little bit, and so it becomes sort of like a gnocchi casserole, which I love. So here's how we start. I've got some beautiful Queen Creek olive oil, their award-winning oil that I love so much. And I'm sauteing a little bit of garlic. Here's the big tip on the garlic. As you know, don't burn the garlic. If you burn the garlic, you got to throw it out. There's no coming back from burnt garlic. So I'm just getting it a little bit golden brown right there. And now I'm going to throw in some crushed or pureed tomatoes, either one. And a lot of folks say, well, why would you use canned tomatoes when you can use fresh? Well, you know what? They pick it at the peak of the season, so I know that they're going to be good and sweet, and sometimes tomatoes, at least here in Arizona, are not always so good. Now I've got a nice, beautiful ball of mozzarella, and I'm going to use half of it. That's going to go in my sauce and get that all nice and creamy. And I'm going to add some fresh basil from my garden. We're cooking with a lot of colors of Italy this week, aren't we? So I'm going to mix this all together. And as that cheese begins to melt, let me turn this up a little bit. There we go. As that cheese begins to melt, I'm going to take the gnocchi that are already cooked, and I'm going to put them right in the Sorrentina sauce. You know when your gnocchi are done, when they pop up to the surface. They did pop up to the surface, and then I turned them off because I didn't want them to get too soft, and they went back down, but I know they are cooked. And you want to cook them al dente. You don't want to cook them too soft because these are going to go right in the oven at 450 degrees for just a few minutes. But boy, you've got a beautiful gnocchi casserole there. Get all of those flavors nicely snugged into the gnocchi. Any more here? Oh, come here, you guys. No escaping my casserole dish. There we go. Okay. So the cheese is continuing to melt. I'm going to set these aside. I've got my casserole dish right here. And I'm just simply going to transfer this. Ooh, this is going to be a nice dinner for you this evening. And when the gnocchi bake, look at that cheese. Oh, yeah. When the gnocchi bake with all the cheese and the tomato, the basil and the garlic, you've got a meal to die for. This is another one of those make-ahead meals that you can freeze and pop out of the freezer anytime you want. Now I'm going to top it off with a little bit more of that buffalo mozzarella. I just kind of shredded it with my hands. Pop that on top. Doesn't get any easier than this, and that's what Italian cooking is all about. Fresh ingredients coming together in just a few minutes. Sprinkle a little bit more basil on top, and I'm going to top it now with some Parmigiano, some fresh Parmesan cheese, and I'll save a little bit for topping it when it comes out of the oven. Okay, this is going to go in the oven for just a little bit. I'll be right back, and I'm going to work on our dessert. We're cooking like an Italian. The gnocchi Sorrentina out of the oven. Will you just look at this beautiful casserole? I mean, this is just, again, the colors of Italy, right? So easy. Gnocchi and some tomato sauce, some mozzarella cheese and some Parmesan. I just absolutely love this. So let's dive in. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh. Okay. Nice. And there's the gnocchi popping up. I love this dish. It's simple, fresh ingredients, as we've talked about many times. Red tomatoes in there. And then we want to top that off. You know, this Mama's cheese grater that I cook with all the time in the kitchen. This is her cheese grater from Venice from about 90 years ago. And every time I cook with it and use it, I think of my beautiful mama and how she taught me how to cook some wonderful Italian food. So there's gnocchi Sorrentina, and you're going to need some dessert after this. So we're going to make a beautiful ricotta cake coming back up. Are you ready for a little dessert? Well, we're making Italian ricotta crumble cake, and out of a springform pan. It's so delicious and so simple. I want to give you a great tip on lining your springform pan, because most people take the parchment paper and they get a pencil and they trace it and then they cut it and then they put it in here and it's too small or too big and you're always struggling with it. But you don't have to do that. So just put your parchment paper right on the base, put the top on, find that, there we go, done. It's all solid and ready to go. You don't have to really worry about it because it's got such a strong base. And the parchment paper actually acts as a little barrier, because sometimes when you have springform pans and they're old, they can get warped and that batter can fall out. So I'm gonna just gently coat my springform pan. Now, the crust is flour, some butter in little cold cubes, and a little baking powder, an egg, a little bit of salt, and some vanilla extract. Yummy, delicious. And so what we're gonna do is take half of this batter and we're gonna pack it down on the bottom. Just like that, nice and light. This is such a lovely, lovely breakfast, coffee cake, or just a nice snack. Okay, now that's perfect. I'm gonna make the filling very quickly. And the filling is just mascarpone and some orange zest, which is so European. A little bit of sugar, an egg, and I'm gonna whip that together. We'll put it on top and we will bake our cake, and you're gonna see how beautiful it is. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the filling all mixed up. Again, it's the ricotta, a little bit of orange zest, some sugar, an egg, and I'm gonna pour that right in the middle. This is such a classic recipe. And remember when we made homemade ricotta together on Cook Like an Italian? I'm gonna have to do that again sometime, because making homemade ricotta is so much more economical, much more delicious, and you can make desserts like this anytime. Now I've got some raspberry preserves, and I'm gonna dollop those all around that filling. Now, raspberry preserves are sort of the classic traditional ricotta crumble cake, but you can use anything you like. Any sort of preserves that you like. I know that people love fig preserves. That would be really good. Even like a blood orange marmalade or something like that. And then the last step is I'm just gonna top it with the rest of that crumble. And I'm really pressing some because I like those big crumble chunks on top. That's butter and sugar, baby. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, that's it. This is gonna go in the oven, 350 degrees for about, well, it'll be done when I come back. How's that? Well, I'll be right back. And there's our Italian ricotta crumble cake. Isn't that pretty? And this is a cake that you can actually make ahead as well and freeze it and enjoy it for later. I just love that. And what's really sweet about it is that there's a surprise inside, that raspberry preserve. So let's just see what it looks like inside. Oh, nice, nice, nice. You know what we need? You and I? We need a little cappuccino to go with this cake. I just think that's adorable, and it's delicious through and through. So, what have we made? We made gnocchi sorrentina. So it's gnocchi and a beautiful sauce, and then it gets baked in the oven, which is so unusual for a gnocchi. And then the ricotta crumble cake, very easy to do. You can whip it up in no time and enjoy it for breakfast or afternoon or dinner or all of the above. We're pairing it today with Chianti Classico from Poggio Porcelli. This is an amazing vineyard in Chianti, Italy, that is really, really coming to the forefront with Classico Chianti that is just unmatched anywhere. So I am ready to have some lunch. How about you? I want to thank you so much for letting me share my Italian heart with you and hopefully inspire you to make some delicious Italian dishes. They're simple, they're fresh, few ingredients, and they're going to make you so happy. We'll see you next time when we cook like an Italian. Ciao. Cook Like an Italian, proudly sponsored by Queen Creek Olive Mill, Arizona's only olive farm producing award-winning olive oils year after year. Sonoran Sanctuary Candle Studio, where every all-natural hand-poured candle is a tribute to the beauty and warmth of the Sonoran desert lifestyle. Poggio Porcelli Winery, an up-and-coming vineyard in the heart of Chianti, Italy, producing boutique Chianti Classico and superb whites and rosés. Carlaccio's marinara and everything sauce for everything you love. The Arizona Farm Bureau and Arizona milk producers. And Central Arizona Reserve for high-end kitchen and whole home appliances.